Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, the Russians seem to have air supremacy, at least in Kherson Oblast, because they conducted a coordinated air attack with Su-35s. And it seems like the Ukrainians could not do squat about it. And they reported, so that's the Ukrainian reporting it. Let's see what happened. And that's concerning, but I think it's also sending a message like, we need air defense systems, my Western partner. So can you give us some? And while you're at it, a few billions extra and some, I don't know, F-16s or even better. I think that's the subliminal message here. But let's read and see. Otherwise, they would not promote the Russian attack, coordinated attack by Su-35s, which are fantastic airplanes. But anyway, let's read here this article coming from Ukrainska Pravda from Sunday, 23rd of April 2023. So Russians conduct coordinated airstrikes from 4 Su-35s on Kherson Oblast. Beautiful airplane, beautiful. You should watch some videos, for instance, on YouTube with this airplane in some shows, how it goes. Oh my lord, I don't have one. So here is the beautiful airplane right here. Su-35, beautiful, beautiful. And then let's see where Kherson is, correct? Let's say Kherson Oblast. I'm going to use this map, which is my favorite map. It's the easiest map to work on. So this is from the 20th of April. Ignore the data, doesn't matter. We take their geography is the same. Geography, yeah, okay. So Kherson is right here in the south by Crimean Peninsula. All right, so Kherson is the city here, right here. So the oblast is this right here, bigger. All these blue dots or circles are Ukrainian shelling Russian positions, which has been going on for about at least 2 months. The Russians did not match this, and this is coming from the Russians. But if you look in the north, you see how many red bullets. That is the Russians hitting Ukrainian positions. But here in the south is the other way around. So let's read this article and see what the fantastic Su-35s did, which I heard they are just a piece of rusty junk by some very knowledgeable people here in America I spoke with. The Russian occupiers have conducted an aerial bomb attack with Su-35 fighter jets on the Kherson district, reported by Air Command South. The Russians reportedly dropped 5 KAB-500 bombs from 4 aircrafts. Interesting, 5 from 4. Private residential buildings were damaged. No shit. I didn't expect to hit military because military positions or targets because, as we know, the Russians are evil by definition. This is what our free and independent mass media tells us every day. Are there criminals? Yes. Only on one side? No, I don't think so. Why? Because as humans fighting humans. And so by definition you have friendly people on both sides. According to the military, there were no casualties, so they missed the point. So all these 5 bombs by the fantastic Su-35 coordinated meant shit. Good job. Do you believe that? I don't. Lancet drones also attacked the area. Background: The Times earlier reported that Russia has improved its KAB-500 bomb by giving it wings and a GPS system, allowing it to be dropped from a military aircraft and fly to its intended target. But hey, residential buildings damaged, no casualties. So what are you talking about? Is that what the intended target was? Yes, to terrorize the population and destroy the fighting spirit of the Ukrainian nation. Okay, you got that? All right, that's what I was supposed to say by my, editor-in-chief here. At the same time, the Russian aircraft do not enter hostile airspace. Ooh, staying away from Ukraine's anti-air defense system. So they have it so that they did not dare to do it. But somehow they were able to do this. Well, If you speak with tards, that would fly. But since you and I are not part of the weasel ship, tarder ship of the world, it's kind of like flimsy. So first, the Russians with their I was about to say F-35s, Sukhoi 35s, 4 of them launched 5 bombs. All of them were upgraded according to the Brits, right? To be better and to be more precise in their, monitoring and wherever they go. Can't find a word, and I'm not gonna even try. So anyway, guide them. See, it came. Thank you very much, Gigi. Anyway, so they released those bombs. They hit only residential areas and buildings, which is apartment buildings, houses with people that have nothing to do with that, just victims. But they didn't kill anybody. They didn't even how should I put it, fulfill their evil goals of destroying and terrorizing the population. Why? Because first, the Sukhois barely fly. I'm just giving you the other side now. Secondly, those bombs are zero, obviously. And the third one would be, they could not terrorize the population. They tried, but they couldn't. Why? Because they're so bad. Pilots are bad, airplanes are bad, bombs are bad, they are bad, everything is bad, and we are good. All right. Now, I suspect that there was much more to the story, but hey, this is how the Ukrainians tell you about this. Why? Because they have to tell you like halfway, and they pick and choose. The same the Russians are doing, don't get me wrong, and these guys are doing it even worse. These guys are the best, I remember when I spoke with, how should I put it, with a person, okay, who worked in a certain kind of capacity related to information and all that. Nevertheless, let's put it this way, he knew shit. And he told me, under the communist times, so when he was a bad dude, and still is because whatever. So he told me that, man, these guys here, you think these guys are lying here? Talking about the Romanian communists and all that. You think these guys are lying? Those guys over there, the Americans, are lying the most. The newspaper, they lie the most. And their government. And I said, you're just saying it because you're in the system here and you that was my thought at that time. I was very young. And I was, wow, America, which I am right now, but I was, misguided by the whole propaganda coming from there, Over here in the States, everything is just milk and honey. The ladies everywhere and money everywhere and everything you want without doing any effort. They just come to you. Like the fly comes to shit or to honey. It depends what you consider yourself to be. So anyway, so I said, no, man, these guys lie the most. I said, Well, I came here and I realized, wait a second, these guys are telling me that white is black and black is white, up is down and down is up, Ministry of Truth, all kind of, I was like, wow, these guys not only they lie the most, but they have the biggest power, they have the outlets. Everybody lies, all the governments are. Believe me, if you don't believe me, just look in their history and you just put it together. An event that you would read it, let's take Romania and Hungary. Certain common events, historical events, you would find them written differently by the two countries. Or let's say Romania and Turkey, the same. You would find the same events where we clashed militarily. You're going to find different outcome of the same thing. How is that possible? Because, they try to create a certain kind of national spirit, national, conscious by doing that. But the problem is you wouldn't hear about that because it was Romania, Hungary, small countries somewhere in Europe, you know what I mean? But the United States has all this power to promote its, we're going to bring democracy and freedom in Iraq. Romania never brought and couldn't bring freedom and democracy in Iraq, so it didn't have to say any lies. But these guys had to. Their call is to be good, to stay good, and bring goodness to everybody else. So they had to, they were pushed, they were like, okay, we're going to do it, Jesus Christ. And they did it. Isn't Iraq better now than it was? Yes. Right. Thank you very much for being with me again today, my friends. Regarding this story, it's much more over there than these guys are telling us. I'm going to look for this in the Russian media and see what I find over there. Probably they're going to tell us that they did this and did this. Oh my God, they destroyed 5 command posts and 20 generals were killed and all that. That's what happens. And in this kind of situations where the steak, one that you cook on the grill, the stakes are high, then the lies are higher, bigger, and more in your face, because passion shades our reason. Passion, be it hate, or be it love. Both of them, cloud our reason. You know that, right? If you don't, you'll find out. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.